pronounce your name?
NP Bielenberg.
And are you representing anybody or an organisation?
Yes, I'm the chairman of the Irish Landowners organisation, and I'm a farmer in Ireland, and I'm also an agricultural consultant. And I'm here representing both my farming interests and also the organisation.
What's your interest in the forum today?
Well, my primary interest is that I think that both the Commission and governments have lost their way as regards the science that is involved in the pesticide industry, and we're getting a lot of media coverage that I think is grossly unfair to the science of agriculture. I'm a graduate in agricultural science, and there's so much nonsense talked about not only the traditional science that we've all been grown up with, but any new technological developments which I think are going to be vital for the world in the future.
This week, you might not know it, in France is the week without pesticides, and in fact it's actually becoming a European event. Considering today's debate and the increase of demand for food and feed, can we live without pesticides?
No, I don't think we can live without pesticides. Taking Ireland, which is my country, we have a very humid climate, and if we didn't have fungicides, for example, our grain crops would go to approximately half their present yield. Now that is only one example, but we also need insecticides for certain situations, and I think that even the urban population, if they're interested in gardening at all, will find when the slugs start eating their cabbages that basically you have to use a treatment for it.
Why is there, though, such a high concern, general public concern about pesticides?
I think it's mainly because of a media sort of campaign that's been going on for a long, long time. I think that ordinary members of the public, because I have some relations who are urban livers, and they actually don't know whether they're harmful or not. But they've been led to believe by the media that they are harmful. I think that's the biggest problem, I think.
What role, if any, do pesticides play in the future of agriculture?
Well, I think what I think has come out in this conference this morning is that that we've got to feed an increasing population in the world, and now if we sort of forget about all pesticides, our food production in the developed world is going to go down by 50%, and there's going to be not only massive starvation in the third world, but I think there's also going to be the poorer people in some of the more developed countries, I think, are going to find the cost of food is going to be enormous, because the demand is there, and if the supply isn't there, food is going to go through the roof.
My last question.
Yeah.
What should industry, NGOs and politicians do to meet the challenges we're discussing today?
It's a good question. I think that one of the most important things is to encourage research, and second is communication to the public that that these things are not poisonous, because that's the sort of a message that the media are trying to spread. Now, I think we have good scientific research which tests all these things, and it's like medical drugs or any advancement in science, they've got to be tested properly. And I think that we haven't done that. National governments haven't done that. Research, because politicians are only there for 3 or 4 years, and research takes 7 or 10 years to achieve, and also they're reluctant to rock the boat in anything that might affect their media presence.